Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where of course it's all Juve all the time. I'm Alberto, it's December 14th, you know the drill. I've got all this morning's news surrounding La Vecchia Signora. Okay, so today we're going to talk about contract extensions. Then, sadly, a story we are way too familiar with, and that is the injury story. So today's news is riddled with injuries. We're going to take a look at the players involved, their statuses, and the connection that has with the upcoming winter mercato, all right? So all that right now, let's get into it. All right, Juventini, friendly reminder to like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel. All right, before we get right into the news, we have to send a lot of well wishes out to Gianluca Vialli. Obviously, a player that does not need any type of introduction. He was Juve's captain. You can see him in my background in the photo where he's holding our last Champions League trophy in 1996. All right, so he is taking a leave from the national team and his duties assisting Roberto Mancini because of his ongoing battle with cancer. So all of us at the AJC wish that champion all the best. In bocca al lupo, Gianluca Vialli. All right, now let's get to the news. So we've got contract extension discussions, and apparently the talks with Danilo have begun. Okay, so an extension for Danilo could be on the cards, and they have actually begun and been underway. Illing Jr.'s officially confirmed, okay, so that it is finalized to 2027. Not only that, he has achieved promotion to the first team, so a massive round of congratulations to Illing Jr., and we will see what comes in the second half. And Illing Jr. was also a part of the team training, and he's back at training today. All right, so great stuff there. Now, in terms of Federico Gatti, he has a host of loan requests going around from the league. However, the news coming out of Juventus is that he's going to get increased in minutes in the second half of the season, and they're looking to keep him around despite all the interest in loan moves for Federico Gatti. All right, now we start looking at the injury front, and sadly, we are way too used to this, so maybe it doesn't, hurt us as much as it should because we're just so damn used to it. But Paul Pogba is going to be looking like late January for his return. Okay, now it's interesting to get the details of this actual status, because it isn't that he's suffered anything more or that there are actually any setbacks. It's literally just continuing with the rehab treatments that he's going through right now, which comes back from Miami, and that's pool therapy sessions and just that type of rehabilitation. They're just going to continue with that. There are no actual setbacks. So that's kind of an interesting takeaway from that, is that he hasn't started to push himself further and got that. They're just being extremely cautious with him and milking this thing. So he's going to just undergo the same rehab program and regimen that he has since he's come back from Miami, and they're just going to leave him on that. So January 29th is what's looking at. Potential to miss the first 5 matches in Serie A when we return, all right? So there you have it. Now, Bonucci. Bonucci is out for 10 days. He has an adductor inflammation in the adductor, and he's going to be out 10 days. So speaking of adductors, Chiesa has adductor discomfort. He is being evaluated. We wait for those results. Both of those players will be out for the friendly December 17th against Arsenal, all right? So that's the latest on them. Vlahovic underwent test results yesterday in terms of his pubalgia that he's been dealing with. They came back positive. He will not be part of the friendly, and we wait to see what type of time frame we're looking at for Dusan Vlahovic, all right? Now, with this host of injuries, the mercado, the upcoming winter mercado, how will this affect us? Well, Paul Pogba now pushed to January 29th, and it's stated that McKennie and even Rabiot will most likely stay, and Juve might not be moving anybody in the middle of the park due to Paul Pogba's latest setback that they're waiting till January 29th. So don't look for either of those midfielders to move, unless, of course, a very, very strong deal comes forward, but right now it's looking like both will be held back. All right, so there you have it on that front. Now, speaking to the Zidane news from yesterday, and I got a lot of, I got some DMs, I got some WhatsApp messages, and some comments in the daily update video asking for my opinion on the potential of a Zidane return. This is how I feel. It's quite simple with Zinedine Zidane. The only question I have with Zinedine Zidane is he able to do it and be the guy where our current project is, because where he saw success previously, it is night and day to the team and club that he would be walking into today. That's the only question. However, if that's the only question I have, then I would say I'm fine with moving forward with Zinedine Zidane, and the reason is because Pirlo actually surprised me and shocked me at a guy with zero experience and what he could actually do. So Zinedine Zidane has some of the best experience with these deep Champions League runs and how to manage egos and everything. So you know what? He's got the ties to Juventus. He checks a lot of boxes. So if that's my only concern, then I am fine with it. But that wraps things up today. That's your news break to December 14th. Juventini, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know all your comments, questions, thoughts, and opinions on all the news you just heard today in the comments section of this video, and we'll mix it up, and I'll be back tomorrow with another daily update video. And until then, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.